Hey everyone, so today we'll be replacing the CV axle here on my 2011 Mazda 3i, and the reason we're replacing it is the boot is ripped, and it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, the boot is ripped pretty much like right here on the crease. Let me see if I can get a better angle of it, but yeah, it's been leaking and throwing grease all over. And it's also making like a crazy noise, so we're gonna need to replace it. There's like a whole knocking noise coming from this side of the car, so we're gonna remove the tie rod here, and also the lower control arm. We're gonna disconnect it from right here. So yeah. And then we're gonna remove this axle nut, and then we should be able to get the CV axle out. So it's busted right here, and then you can kind of see it's starting to get, like, especially back here on this caliper, there's quite a bit of grease building up back there. So you're gonna wanna get your needle nose pliers, straighten out this cotter pin, okay, like that. Okay, and then do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Once it's straightened out like that, you just need to pinch it and pull the cotter pin out. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, basically pinch it back here and pull it out. Okay. This one right here is a 17, okay? So right here where this sway bar link connects to, that's gonna be a 15. So you wanna go ahead and get a 15 on there. And then down here on the back side of the bolt that holds in the lower control arm to the spindle, go ahead and throw a 15mm wrench on there, okay? So then if you have an impact, it's gonna be a little bit easier for you. Sorry, bear with me on the camera work here. Okay. Okay, we can get that off like that. Don't forget to put this bracket back on at the end. Okay. And then this bolt down here is 17. Okay. So 17. Throw this one on there. Boom. And then you're gonna zip that off too. So in order to get to the bolt with my long socket, I need to take this out. So I like to use a hammer and just hit it right there. There's other ways to do it, but this is kind of the method that always works best for me. So hit it right here. Don't hit it like that. Hit it right here. Okay, and I'm gonna put my phone down so I can actually do this. So it was like 3 good little taps, and then I got the tie rod out. So then you could actually turn the whole spindle like that, make your life a little easier, and then you can get to the bolt. So let's see here if I can record this. All right. So the wrench fell off, but that's the one you gotta take out. And like I said, if you put a wrench on the other side, it'll be a lot easier. So see if you can tell what the problem is. This thing right here is completely destroyed, so I'm gonna have to replace this as well. But as far as the other boots go, you know, control arm looks pretty good, especially like back here. These bushings are in pretty good shape from what I can tell, and in here as well looks really good. So, and then the tie rod bushing, pretty good. You know, it's not leaking. I could probably grease it a little bit, and I'll probably do that before I put it all back together. And then the strut looks good with the dust covers pulled up and ripped, but it's not actually leaking. You want to look to see if it's leaking any hydraulic fluid, which it's not. So I had, like I said, a knocking noise, so I'm sure that this is actually part of it too. So if you want to remove this, we already took off one bolt, and the other bolt is just right here on the other side. Right here, okay? All right. So this is a 32 right here, and you kind of really need an impact. You can do it with a breaker bar, but you're gonna need a super sturdy breaker bar, and then you're gonna want to break this off with the wheel on the ground. So let's see. Okay, so that came out pretty easily. So here's what you need to disconnect, just to go over it again. Obviously your axle nut, your lower control arm, your tie rod, and your sway bar link, okay? And then here are the bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cotter pin. And then to go ahead and remove this, I'm gonna hit it right here, and that's gonna loosen up. And you can also spray in here some WD-40, penetrating lube, whatever, and that'll kind of help that come back down, okay? Okay, quick update. So once you get this lubed up, you just basically, all you're doing is pulling it down, okay? Just pull this down, it'll come free. Pull this spindle forward, and then that'll let you remove the axle. So now the last part is just to disconnect it from back here, okay, where my finger is. This is where it connects to the shaft, so this is how you basically just need to remove it. And you can tap it on the inside. So I'm gonna go underneath, tap it this way with a hammer, and it should pop out. Oh man, so it's out. That was a bitch and a half though. Woo! So there's where it'll come out of. And as you can see, I was just hitting it right here, but what helped me, you can see the other side, lift it off the ground, throw it in neutral, and that way you can hit it, spin it, hit it, spin it, and that way you're not just always hitting it on the same side. You know what I mean? Just work it around, and then you'll be good. It'll eventually come out. Just, there's not a lot of clearance when you're doing it on the ground like this, which is why I wanted to make this video, because some people have it on a lift, but on the ground, you just need like a dead blow like that, and just give it some good whacks, and it'll come out. Okay, so when you're putting it back in, you'll notice there's like a missing groove on each side right here. Basically, if you look at this right now, it'll be at 3 and 9. So you have to line that up when you slide it in. I'm kind of struggling though to see on here where that would be on the shaft, because I'm not seeing any flat parts. So I'll figure it out.